Hello everybody, Galarian Sangvi here. Welcome to the next episode. In this episode, we found the free Swords of Justice. But I feel there's something missing. So let's look into that development. And shall we? Now that we've captured all three of the Swords of Justice, go to Dyna Tree Hill? Is that how you say it? Ooh, raining. Very, very nice. Also, you'll find a lot more Pokemon in the rain here, like Armardo for one of them. Almost encounter it. Let's explore this area. Because there's this little island here we didn't, check out while we were here the first time. Also, you can find Dratini in here. Very good Pokemon to get. On this item, it may not seem that important. You may find, an item, some hidden items. You can get Energy Ball. But over here is a cook pot. Seems very strange, but if you have a very good eye, you may notice these little itty bitty bitty footprints. There's evidence Pokemon unlike any you've found before. These footprints will only appear after you've caught all three of the Swords of Justice. So there's something here. But you're wondering, how do we get it? How do we get to show up? You may look all over the Crown Tundra, and you're not going to find any more of these footprints anywhere. So how do you get it? So how do you find this Pokemon? Well, this cook pot is our evidence. I think it's been a while. But first off, the first riddle of our puzzle. We must have all three members of the Swords of Justice be in our party. So Vizion, Tortakion, and Covalion must be in your party. So once all three of them in your party, just set up camp. Whoa, what's up, Kata? Anyway, let's cook a nice meal. What should we make? There's Gigamix. Let's try a bit of Moo cheese. Now, what berries will we toss in? It's been a while since I've last cooked on screen. Spicy and bitter. Maybe add 2 lychee berries. Maybe add in a papasso. Let's see, heat in the fresh and cold areas. Spiciness and bitterness. Make your tongue blue. Let's add in a bit of this. And a bit of that. Add in this for luck. And add in 2 of these. Let's start cooking. Let's start fanning those flames as 2 members of the Swords of Justice watch us cook. Yeah, it's been a long time since we last cooked on screen. Let's hope I don't disappoint. Okay, now let's start fanning a little slower so we don't overburn. Let's give it a good stirring. Now we're cooking. What a nice stir. And lastly, let's toss in our heart. And we made some awesome curry. made sweet cheese covered curry. Does that honestly don't know if that would be delicious or not. But it's definitely 4 stars. Yeah. So now leave your camp. Have everybody gain some experience. And out of nowhere, the 4th Sword of Justice will appear. This is the conditions you must meet if you want to have the 4th member of the Swords of Justice to appear. You must have captured the free Swords of Justice before going after this one. If you bring in the Swords of Justice from another game before you capture the Swords of Justice in this game, you cannot get this one to spawn. The game checks. The game's check in order to add this Pokemon into the world is when you've talked to Sonia after you've caught all 3 members of the Swords of Justice. But anyway, let's save. And have a battle. The 4th member of the Swords of Justice, Keldeo. And interestingly enough, it's in its resolution form, so it's at its full power. But this battle is not like the other Swords of Justice, as for example, it is 5 levels lower than them. So you could potentially KO this thing without even trying. Swords of Justice. Keldeo is the 4th member of the Swords of Justice. I believe if this is based on the Musketeers, he's supposed to be based on Contanyan? Is that how you say it? Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot. Justify. Shouldn't use dark type attacks. But yeah. Keldeo is a water sub fighting. He counts as a mythical, believe it or not a legendary Pokemon. And this is actually the first and currently only time you could battle Keldeo naturally in the wild. As Keldeo, because he's a mythical Pokemon, was only given away in events. So you pretty much had to be lucky and have an event going on that would give you Keldeo. But in this game, if you have the Crown Tundra DLC and you've caught the 3 members of the Swords of Justice, you can battle Keldeo. And potentially catch it. Again, making it the only time this Pokemon has been available in the wild. As any other time, you had to get it via an event. Really? Oh wait, does X-Scissors get stronger the more I use it? Cutting to the second attempt. Okay, second attempt. It wouldn't be a Swords of Justice if it didn't take multiple attempts. Ay ay ay. But yeah, this is the annoying thing about Keldeo in this fight. Because it is weaker. Let me use Play Rough. Because I know if I use the electric type move with the same type of attack bonus, it will be enough to KO it. Will Play Rough do super effective damage but keep Keldeo alive? No, it will not. See you in the next attempt. So anyway, as I was saying with Keldeo, this fight is admittedly hard if you have high-level Pokemon, as if you're trying to catch it, it is annoying because it's lower level than the other members of the Swords of Justice, which makes sense in a way, because Keldeo is supposed to be, you know, the youngest member of the Swords of Justice. Because if I remember his story is that he was adopted into the Swords of Justice sometime after they saved him. So lore-wise, it makes sense that Keldeo is weaker than Cobalion, Tachyon, and Vizion. gameplay-wise, if you're trying to capture it, it gets really annoying. Because it's, you know, 5 levels weaker, you're more likely to accidentally KO the thing and have to retry. Okay, I'm gonna learn from my lesson and not attack it again, because another Swift might weaken it more, but it may also potentially KO it. Now, because Keldeo is water type, net balls are perfect for this encounter. I would have loved if it catched when I said it was perfect for the encounter. But yeah, because Keldeo's water typing, net balls are the balls to go, which makes me think I should have bought more before this. But yeah, net balls are the perfect balls to use on Keldeo. I would have loved to use a dive ball on it, because I think it would look better in a dive ball. But because this is not a water encounter of any kind, dive balls are only going to have the capture rate of a standard Pokeball, which you wouldn't tell other than net ball is better, because honestly, Keldeo is breaking out every single time. Come on, net ball, you're getting caught in a net. 1. Damn it. But speaking about nets, wasn't there like an episode, like, fairly recently? By the time this comes out, it will probably be like 1 or 2 episodes ahead of what's currently going on in Japan, but wasn't there an episode recently where some guys try to capture Suicune in a net? Was that a thing? Because I remember hearing about it. And of course, Keldeo wants to be really annoying. Now, I can understand Keldeo being annoying to capture because, well, most mythicals have very low capture rates, and last I checked, I don't think mythicals, you know, normally are available to capture. Keldeo is one of the few cases where you can capture a mythical Pokemon. The only other Pokemon I know of that I believe counts as a mythical, at least I think it counts as a mythical, and you could only get it via event, was Deoxys. Because Deoxys became available as a wild encounter in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire during its Delta episode. Which I believe, no, wait, you could battle, no, you could battle Deoxys beforehand, because I believe in Gen 3 there was an event where you could battle Deoxys, but I think until the Delta episode in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it was locked to events at that point. So yeah, I think Keldeo is like truly the only mythical. Oh no, wait, it isn't the only mythical, because there's Mew. Because in Gen 3, I think in Emerald, there was a mystery gift that allowed you to capture Mew. So yeah, I think Keldeo is like the second mythical that's been locked to events and now has become relatively available through a normal encounter. Free and click. We've caught the water pony, which everybody loves to call him a pony. Which actually, now that I think about it, given the footprints, I think he is technically a horse. I think he's like the only member of the Swords of Justice who's basically a horse. Which makes sense, because in Greek mythology, weren't water horses a thing? But yeah, I love Keldeo. Next to Vizion, Keldeo is my favorite. Sadly, we get no Dex entry for Keldeo. But yeah, if you want to get yourself a Keldeo, and you don't want to wait for a Keldeo event to happen anytime soon, get the Crown Tundra DLC, capture the Swords of Justice, and you can get yourself your very own Keldeo. Well, I think we've captured, most, if not all, the legends that we can in the Crown Tundra, so there's only one legendary left we need to help, and that's Calyrex. I think it's time we finally return back to Freezington and go speak to the mayor to learn about its steed. With that, I'll end things off here. Do like and subscribe. That does help me a ton with spreading the video and getting me more notice, especially if you people actually do enjoy watching this content. yeah, helps me get more notice, which helps me make better videos in the future. So do that, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.